guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Onika. If you're new here, welcome in, and if you're returning, thanks for coming back. In today's video, we're taking a little break from high-end products and focusing on some more affordable pieces. I have two brands here that I'm going to be covering. I think I've mentioned both of these brands on the channel before. I just didn't do like a full designated video for these brands. The brands are Yeoreo and CRZ Yoga. Both of these brands have their own websites, but you are also free to shop on Amazon if you would like. All of the pieces that I have here are under $50 each, so very affordable pieces if you're looking for some alternatives. I will make sure to do comparisons to some higher end brands if anything here is similar to them, just so you can see the difference and see what's worth your money. I will also make sure to pop on the screen the price that I paid for each item. Now that may not be the price of the item right now. It might actually be discounted at the moment. So I will make sure to put the price on the screen of what I paid just so you have sort of like a ballpark estimate of how much these pieces cost. I will also make sure to link every single item in this video in the description below, including any high-end pieces that I make comparisons to, just so you have that as a reference. As per usual, my measurements are in the description below if you need them for reference. And let's just get right into the haul. I did not lay this wig down, and I'm honestly not even bothered by it. Headband is going on for the rest of this try on. As usual, I'm going to start with bras. First up, we have this bra from Yeoreo. I'm going to put all the names of all the items on the screen because I'm not going to remember them. But this is a very minimal bra. It's a V-neck cut. Here is the back. Super cute design at the back. We do have adjustable straps. I'm wearing a size medium. And honestly, I'm really surprised by this fit. I've seen this bra done before by another brand and I didn't even bother trying it because I just knew it wasn't going to work for me. But this bra actually fits me, which is really surprising. I know that these brands tend to run a little bit bigger. So I'm a little bit surprised by the fit of this bra. I was honestly expecting it to just not fit whatsoever, but in a size medium, it fits pretty well. I feel like it's giving me a decent amount of side coverage. The coverage at the front is decent too. Obviously, it's more of a low to moderate coverage at the front, but I feel like I'm decently covered. I don't feel like I'm exposed or anything. I don't feel like I'm going to fall out of the bra. Now, the bottom band is definitely more snug than I was expecting it to be. Not snug enough, though. I do still feel like I'm getting a little bit of gaping at the bottom here. I'm definitely not going to do anything high impact in this bra. This is definitely a low impact bra. It might work for lifting, maybe exercises where you're not putting your arms over your head too much, because again, if you are bigger busted, you might get a little bit of gaping here. I do not think sizing down would be the move here. Again, the coverage is really decent. I think sizing down would remove any sort of coverage that I need with this bra, but a medium fits pretty well. Again, adjustable straps. I haven't touched the straps at all, so I'm not really sure how this would fit if I tighten them. I don't feel like it needs to be tightened. I feel like I'm getting a decent amount of support from the straps here. They're not digging in. They're not too loose. It fits really, really well. Getting a little bit of gathering of the fabric right here. I think that's just kind of like a design issue with this bra. I think because the back kind of scoops up that way, it's just kind of bringing some of the fabric with it and causing that bunching there. But for the price, I think it's a very, very nice bra. I think I would grab one more. I think it's really nice. I do want to test this out at the gym though and see how it fares. Maybe I'll report back on my Instagram. But I think it's really cute. It's a very nice minimal bra, and for someone who's a triple D cup, I'm really surprised by the coverage of this bra. Like, tell me this is not perfect for a back day. Like, that is beautiful at the back. One thing I love about Yeoreo is that they don't do a lot of big branding. Some of their pieces do have their branding on it, but a lot of their pieces have nothing on them. And this is one of those pieces that don't have any logos on them, which I really, really appreciate. But I would say if you're going to get this bra, it is true to size. If you're in between sizes, you might want to size up for a little bit more coverage. If you're not worried about coverage, go with your normal size. And then if you're in between, you can probably size down. Just because, again, this band is not the most snug. It's not super loose, but it's still not snug enough where I feel completely supported in this. I do feel like it's gaping a tiny bit here. And because there isn't a wide band at the bottom here, I just feel like it's not the most supportive bra. So yeah, just keep that in mind. Definitely size up if you're in between sizes and need more coverage though, for sure. Again, I'm wearing a size medium. That is typically my size in like higher end brands. But when it comes to Amazon, I typically, for the most part, go with size small in bras and tops just because they tend to run a little bit bigger. But yeah, super cute. I think this is a very good start. Up next, we have another Yeoreo sports bra. This one is from their Core Flex Lux collection. You're going to see quite a few items today that are from that collection. This is one of them. This is in the color Oat in a size medium. This bra was promising, right? Like the front I thought looked really nice. I'm like, oh, this is decent coverage. Love the straps. They're nice and plush. They're not digging in. The cut of the bottom is flattering. There is some gathering here though. But then when I got to the back, I was like, oh, what's this? So they've put a hook and eye closure band in this bra and have tried to conceal it with this fabric on the top. I've never seen a brand do that with a bra where they're concealing the hook and eye band like that. I think it's a cool idea, but I feel like the execution's a little bit wonky because you can absolutely make the band tighter and it will give you more support, but then you just have this fabric here that does not get any tighter whatsoever if you tighten the band. So it kind of just hovers above it. And if you have a larger bust and your bust tends to weigh down a bra, what's going to happen is this fabric at the back is going to start lifting. And then the hook and eye band is going to be completely exposed, which is exactly what I'm experiencing here. Even if I adjust it, it really doesn't make any difference. Do you see how this is like not even laying flat? So great idea. The execution just needs some work. I don't really think that band is necessary, like the hook and eye band for this bra, at least not in the way they've designed it. I think it could be a little bit better. The front of this bra is really flattering though. I think the cut is really nice. It's kind of almost like a very soft V-neck cut up front here, and then the bottom like curves upward to accentuate your bust and give you a little bit more of a nicer, more seamless shape. But again, I'm getting some gathering on the sides here, same with the last bra that I showed you. And I think, again, it's because of the back lifting up like that. Like, that's just causing issues overall with the design of the bra. Overall, though, it's a very comfortable bra. I feel very supported in this more than the last one. This one feels more like it's leaning towards, like, moderate, like light to moderate support. Yeah, definitely light to moderate support. The last one was definitely full light support. I didn't even run in that one to show you the level of support. There's just no way that's going to hold up for me. But this one feels like more light to moderate. The coverage is definitely more of a moderate coverage too, which I really, really like. I feel decently covered in this. I don't feel like I'm too exposed or anything. I'm not going to slip out. This bra also has adjustable straps, which is nice. And then you also have a Y back design back there. But again, I'm just not a huge fan of the band design back there. This core flex material is really nice though, but I feel like it's not very consistent across pieces. I'll talk about that a little bit more later, but this feels like slightly brushed, not too much, like it's not fuzzy, but it's definitely soft to the touch, but it doesn't feel like it's going to pill. I feel like it's slick enough where it's not going to like pill and gather and get fuzzy, which is really nice. But yeah, overall, this bra I'm so on. Like, I feel like there was a lot of potential with this bra, but overall the design is just a little bit odd to me at the back, and I feel like it's causing issues with the front as a result. I do think if you're going to pick this bra up, definitely go with your normal size. I feel like this is definitely more true to size than the last bra that I showed you. Again, I'm wearing a size medium. I don't feel like I need to size up or size down. It fits pretty well. And I think because of that band design where you can make the band a little bit tighter, I'm not having any issues with gaping in this. Pretty safe. So yeah, just keep that in mind. So again, true to size, go with your normal size. If you're in between sizes, you can honestly go either way depending on what you need. If you need more coverage, size up. If you don't care for the coverage and want the band just to be supportive, then you can size down. But this is definitely true to size, so just go with your normal bra size. Now this bra, we have a good one here. This is from CRZ Yoga. It is from their Butterlux collection. Again, they have a bunch of different pieces in the specific collection. It is about the beautiful brush fabric that they do. It's not super brushed, like I don't feel like it's going to get fuzzy or anything, but it is definitely soft to the touch. This bra, beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Just ignore the tag there. I'm trying to conceal it so it's not in the way. But yeah, here's the back, super simple back. We do have a logo here. CRZ does put logos on their items. Some are going to be tonal, some are going to be not tonal like that one is. This is a size medium. Definitely a little bit big. The band is definitely big on me, but the coverage on this, 10 out of 10. It is so nice. This is a really nice lifestyle bra. I can probably train in it too, but I think I would need to go with a size down and just see how that fares. I'm a little bit worried about the coverage in a size down, but I'll definitely order that and try it and see how that goes. But again, size medium is not bad. I feel like this is a very nice lounging bra in this size for me. It's super comfortable. I don't feel like I have to adjust it at all. The straps feel like they're secure on my shoulders. I don't feel like they're slipping off of them. The straps are really, really nice. They're not digging into me either. I feel like I have this style of top from other brands where it's like more full length or like mid length. It's not like a bra. And the straps can tend to dig after a while. I don't feel like this is going to dig. Like it's not digging right now at all. I feel like it has a lot of give. It is a nice plush, thicker strap. So I absolutely love that. Support is definitely going to be on the light support side for sure. I do feel like it doesn't have as much support as the last bra. This one feels like it's a true light support bra. Coverage is definitely giving moderate coverage, but I just love the design of this and the fit is really nice. I just would love it if the band here was just a little bit more snug. If I just like gather the fabric back here, this is how much excess fabric I have in this bra. So I definitely need to size down. I feel like the size chart they have is pretty accurate. I think for me, I'm just typically in between sizes, so that's really my issue here. But I'll definitely try a size small and maybe report back on my Instagram and see if that ends up working out for me. I think if you're going to pick this up and you're in between sizes and you're like me and you have a small underbust, go with the smaller size because you are probably going to have the same issue as me with the gaping down here and the lack of support down there. So if you're in between sizes, definitely size down. I feel like the fit of this is a little bit bigger than some of the other pieces that I have here. So definitely keep that in mind. But overall, not a bad bra whatsoever. Like that looks really nice. Like, and something that I love about CRZ Yoga is their prices are not extortionate. Like, their prices are pretty reasonable, and the quality of the items that you get for the price is really, really worth it. I've been ordering from CRZ Yoga for many, many years now. When I started my fitness journey, that's the brand that I would go to for a lot of my stuff, and their pieces like withstand the test of time. So really good option here. Next up, we have this built-in bra tank by Yeoreo. I'm wearing a size small in this, so I did go with the size down in this top. And I'm glad I did because it definitely runs big. We have a V-neck cut here, thin but plush straps, and then it goes into a Y back or T back. I don't know which it is. Kind of looks like a Y, so I'll go Y back design at the back. The vertical strap here is adjustable, but the straps that go over your traps are not. Again, built-in bra, so it does have a shelf here and it does have cup pads. I went with the size down in this because I have a friend who already purchased this and tried it on and she said it ran big. I took her advice and sized down and I'm so glad I did because this definitely does run big. Even in a size small, I still feel like this is too big for me. I feel like the bra band on the inside is still too loose. I'm not really getting any support there. And then these straps are so long and you cannot adjust them and make them shorter. But do you see how much of a difference that would make if I could adjust these straps? Then I can pull this up and it actually is lifting me a little bit. Right now I feel like my boobs are almost to my ankles. It's not really giving me a ton of support there. I'm always kind of like not the biggest fan of vertical straps here being adjustable. I just feel like it doesn't really help at all. Like, yeah, you can make that tighter if you want, but all it's going to do is bring this up. It does not really help at all with the front and the level of support there. I would much prefer it if these straps were adjustable because this is really where my problem is. These straps are just too long. Really, that's the thing with this. I do think the overall design is really cute. I think it's a cute top. I just don't think it's super functional for like training or anything. And this is in a performance material. It's from their Core Flex collection. Even though this is from the same Core Flex sort of collection as the second bra that I showed you, the material feels very different. So this one is definitely more slick performance. The oat bra that I showed you earlier that has like that weird bra strap at the back, that one feels like more of like a brushed sort of fabric. This feels completely slick. So same collection, different fabrics. But yeah, I don't feel like training in this would be the best. Like, I think I would be fine, but I think at the same time I would be adjusting a lot and pulling this up a lot just because it's not giving me a ton of support here. This might be something that I would wear more for like lifestyle, going out, running errands, just something like that where it's low impact. I'm not doing a ton. Just because the support is really not here for me with this bra. So I would say if you're in between sizes, actually forget that. Size down regardless, because this does run big. If you're in between sizes, size down. If you're typically a medium, size down to a small. Just size down all around, because this runs big for sure. The back is super cute. I love how open it is. Very flattering. Nothing is digging into me. Like, I feel very comfortable in this. I just do not like the level of support that I'm getting with this. And yeah, this bra band is just too loose for me. The cut pads and all of the cut pads and all the bras that I've shown you, they're a little bit thin. There's some plushness to it. They're not the thinnest cut pads I've ever seen, but you might end up seeing them through the fabric, and you probably have seen them through all of the bras that I've shown you so far. So you could replace the cut pads if you would like, put something in that's a little bit more high quality. I don't really care. Like, these are more affordable items, so I'm really not that bothered by it. But that's just something to keep in mind if you were really picky about your cut pads. That's really all I have to say about this. Now we're going to move on to some tops that do not have any sort of built-in bra or cut pads in them. Okay, moving on to tops. I'm going to start with this one from Yeoreo. These straps are from the CRZ Yoga bra that I had on earlier, because this top does not have cut pads. It doesn't have a place to put cut pads. There's no shelf in this whatsoever. It is literally just a double line top with a silicone band at the top. That is all this is going to be for you. So you absolutely will have to wear a bra under this. I have a strapless bra somewhere, but I can't even be bothered to look for that because I do not ever wear it. And I wouldn't wear this top at all because I really do need something with a built-in bra. And the fact that this doesn't have that is really disappointing. Granted, it doesn't say that it has a built-in bra. It's not promoted that way. I just didn't read, but I just assumed it had a built-in bra in this because, like, how else would you wear this? I don't really want to have to wear a bra under this. That just seems kind of excessive. Like, so yeah, you definitely have to wear a bra with this. There's no way you can go without it. It is double lined, which is really nice. So it does conceal quite a bit, but you will get zero support in this if you wear it without a bra. So just keep that in mind. I went with the size medium. Again, I went with the size that I thought I would need for like a bra and, you know, with coverage and support. If I had looked into this more and saw that I didn't have a bra, I would have gone with a size small. Even though I went with a medium, I do still think it fits pretty well. The silicone band at the top is definitely helping with it not slipping down on me, but I am getting some bunching here on my midsection, and it is kind of making me look a little bit boxy. So I think a small definitely would have been better. Here is the back. Again, I'm wearing a bra under this. The material is super, super slick. It's really, really soft as well. It feels really nice. And the material feels really nice. I love the color of this as well. It's just not something that I'm going to be able to wear. Like, it's just not practical for me. Even with a bra on this, I feel like it just doesn't really look very flattering. Personally, wouldn't recommend this item, but I'm glad I tried it because I was super curious about this. And I know a bunch of brands have a top like this. So now that I know that they don't have a built-in bra, I don't have to try other brands that sell a similar item like this because now I know. Yeah, I would say if you're in between sizes, you might want to go with the smaller size on this one just so it's more secure of a fit around here. I do feel decently secure in a size medium in this because I feel like the band up here isn't too loose, and then that silicone lining here is definitely helping a little bit. But I would personally prefer if the waist was a little bit less wrinkly on me, so I think a size small would definitely help. But yeah, those are my sizing recommendations. Definitely size down if you're in between sizes. Otherwise, go with your normal size. But again, there's no bra in this. There's no cut pads, no place to put cut pads. So yeah, keep that in mind. Maybe if you wear like cakes or something, that might work well. Like, if you are a person who uses those, you can probably wear them under this. I'm not one of those people, so I'm just gonna send this back. What do we think of this top? This is also from Yeoreo. It is an off-the-shoulder top. This is in the color, I think, mocha. I'll double check that. This is in a size small. Again, no built-in bra, no cup pads. This is just like a top that you put over something. It's definitely a layering piece, but I think it's really cute. I typically don't like off the shoulder things. I have a really broad back, really broad shoulders, and I've always been a little bit self-conscious about wearing stuff like this, but I think this is really flattering and I really like the way it is fitting. Definitely feels a little bit more compressive than the last top and all the other stuff that I've tried so far. It's definitely more of a compressive top. Not tight, just a little bit compressive. I'm wearing a size small. The sleeves are short. As we can see here, they are very short on me, but I do have longer arms. So I think personally I would wear these as a 3/4 sleeve. I think that would be just more comfortable and flattering for me. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that. But yeah, I am wearing the same CRZ Yoga bra under this. Again, this doesn't have any sort of bra or cup pads on the inside here, so I do have to wear a bra underneath. But I feel like this combination looks really good. You tell me. This is a double lined top, so that's really nice. It's definitely going to conceal a little bit there, but yeah, super cute. It's a little bit longer than mid-length here, so definitely not a full-length top. If you have a longer torso, this might be a bit more of a mid-length on you. For me, it is like the perfect length. This color is so beautiful as well. The material is so nice. I'm not sure if this is also the Core Flex collection. I will have to double check that and put it on the screen if it is, but it feels very similar to the last top that I just showed you. This just feels more compressive and a little bit more structured. Super nice though. I really, really like this. It is really comfortable. And you can wear it off the shoulder. You can also kind of bring it up a little bit if you want a little bit more shoulder coverage. And is it going to stay there? I think it might stay there. Like there is a stitching that goes all the way through the top of this. So it's not like a raw cut. It's not super thin. I feel like it has some structure and I feel like this might actually stay put if I leave it on my shoulders like this. So you can definitely give yourself a little bit more coverage. If you want to do more of like a boat neck sort of cut, you can do that. So you can customize this a little bit, which is really nice. But I would say if you're in between sizes, you can definitely size down with this, but otherwise just go with your normal size. Again, keep in mind that this is more of a compressive fabric. So if you don't want it to be like super form-fitting and snug, go up one size. However, if you do want it to fit form-fitted, nice and flush against you, and it's not going to be tight, you can definitely go with the size down if you're in between sizes. But this is a keep. This is really, really nice. And I think it's 100% worth the price. It feels really, really nice for the price that you pay. So I'm not mad whatsoever. Okay, this I need your full attention for because this right here, you need it. It is beautiful. This is from CRZ Yoga. It is a boat neck long sleeve top and it is so perfect. Like I love it. I don't really have any issues with it whatsoever. I went with the size small. This is in the color Mysterious Gray, I think. And it is beautiful, like beautiful. The sleeves are long enough for me. The cut of the neckline is so nice and it's reinforced here. Like it's really nice stitching so I don't feel like it's going to unravel or get deformed after washing. It has really nice structure to it. The sleeves are long, super, super long, no thumb holes. Here is the back. That is so flattering and it is more of a full length top. So if you have a longer torso, this should keep you covered pretty decently. But like this is gorgeous. I am wearing the same CRZ Yoga bra underneath this because again, this doesn't have anything in it. It's just a layering piece. Definitely thin. This is a single line material. It's not like the Yeoreo tops that were double line. This is single line. It's probably going to be a little bit sheer depending on what you wear underneath it. Definitely lighter colors are going to be sheer for sure. I think if you wear like a bright color under this, you might see through it as well. But I'm wearing black under this and you don't see anything. But this top is so nice. The material though, when I took it out of the bag, I was a little bit confused by the material. I don't know if you can see that, but it just looks, I'm not even sure how to describe it, but the way this is woven, it just looks like it has a sort of texture to it. When I took it out of the bag, I was like, did I order like a marled pattern by accident? But no, this is definitely gray. But it just looks a little bit like, almost like a washed sort of fabric, if that makes sense. Like, I'm not too sure how to explain it. I am very curious to see what a black top would look like in this fabric. Like, I'm curious if it's going to be like pitch black, which is what I want, or if it's going to be like a dusty black, because this fabric just feels like it would lean itself more to the dusty sort of black that I don't want, but I'm not too sure. I'll have to order that and see, but this is so nice. This is so, so nice. For the price, I think it's like $28 without discount. And I think that is well worth it. Like, this is something that I would wear all the time. Super, super versatile piece. This is something that is definitely like a staple. And I feel like I would probably grab in multiple colors and wear often. Super, super lightweight. So if you live in a slightly warmer climate, you probably won't overheat in this. But at the same time, this is also a really good layering piece that you can put under jackets and put things over it and stuff. So super, super happy with this piece for sure. If you didn't listen to anything I said previously about any of those items, this is the one that you want to get for sure. This is really, really nice. So I would say if you're in between sizes, you can definitely size down. Honestly, even if you're not in between sizes, you can still size down. There's so much give to this fabric and it is super, super thin and lightweight. So you can definitely go with the smaller size. And it won't be super fitted. I feel like it still has a little bit of fabric here. It's not super fitted. It's not super compressive. It's just super, super lightweight and almost like a second skin feel. I love this. This is absolutely worth the price. Now we're moving on to the one jacket that I picked up. This is also by Yeoreo and it is from their Core Flex collection. This is their full zip crop jacket, I believe, and I got it in a size small in gray. So honestly, when I took this out of the bag, I was kind of surprised. For the price, I honestly thought this would feel a little bit less luxe than it does. But I think overall they did a pretty good job with the fabric and the construction. We do have thumb holes here. The sleeves are long enough where the thumb holes aren't like digging into my hand a ton. I usually have that issue with some other brands and just like the sleeves just being too short for me. These are fine. We do have a full zip here. And what I found really cool about this is that it does have a lock feature, which I've seen other brands do, but they're usually high-end brands. The fact that this is a more affordable brand and they still have considered doing that is fantastic. We do have zip pockets. The zip pockets are giant. Like, I can fit my entire hand in here. My wrist can fit in here. I can't really say that with a lot of other brands that I have jackets like this from. Usually the pockets are a little bit more shallow. I will say though, the construction of this pocket needs a little bit of work here because I don't know if you can see these lines right here. That right there is the top of the pocket that is not sewn down. So if I turn this underneath, this right here is the pocket and it's not sewn down to the jacket. So I can literally put my hand through it here. And I feel like you can kind of see that through the fabric if it's not laying flat. So I kind of wish they sewed that down a little bit. Just because I feel like it cheapens the jacket a little bit. But here is the back. Definitely more of a mid-length jacket on me. I wouldn't really call this cropped because it's going past my hip bone. So it's definitely more of like a mid-length jacket. I do have like crop jackets from like Honor, for example, that is shorter than this. I'll put a comparison on the screen of that so you can see. But overall, not a bad jacket for the price. I do think there's a lot about it that I would personally change, and for that reason, it's not something that I would keep per se. Like another thing is just this collar is so big that I just feel like it doesn't lay seamlessly or flat. It's a nice throw on jacket. It's really great for the price. If you just want like an easy jacket to throw on to layer with other things, this is a really good option. But for me personally, I have so many jackets like this that I think fit me better, so I probably won't keep this one. I would say for in between sizes, you can definitely size down. For this one, it definitely runs a little bit bigger than some other brands, and I feel like I'm having some excess fabric here on my midsection, so you can definitely size down if you're in between sizes. Otherwise, go with your normal size just to have a comfortable fit. But it's not bad. It really isn't. I think it's super comfortable. The fabric is really nice. It is definitely more like slick performance, but it is so soft, which is really, really, really nice. Okay, let's talk about some bottoms. So we're going to start with these double layer shorts by Yeoreo. Now this one does have their logo on there, but I honestly do not mind whatsoever. If you are a avid watcher of this channel, you know how many times I've talked about this style of shorts from another brand, and these are very similar to that. Not identical, definitely not identical. There are plenty of differences, but I feel like this is a really good alternative. if you want different colors or just want something that's a little bit more affordable. I'm wearing a size small in this and it fits really well. I would definitely say it runs a little bit bigger than I was expecting. Like I'm not really getting a ton of compression here. Yeah, I just expected it to be a little bit more snug, but it is a little bit loose here. Not so much where I would size down, but just not super, super compressive here. And it's definitely a little bit more higher rise than I expected. Still mid for sure. I don't think it's super high rise here, but it's definitely higher up on my torso than I expected. Here is the back. Like, tell me these don't look really good. And these didn't really cost much at all. They do have zip pockets. You can put like a small little item in there, like some keys or something, or like your cards maybe. So you have pockets on both sides there. There are shorts underneath of this windbreaker material here. And I feel like the shorts are pretty long. Like they're longer than I expected them to be. They're advertised as 4 inches. I'll double check and make sure that's what they are. I feel like they're a little bit longer. But the material is super, super stretchy under here. It's not going to dig in. It's not compressive whatsoever. And then you have this material over the top here, which I feel like is a little bit, there's like a little bit of excess here. Yeah, there's a little bit of excess fabric here that might end up bunching up a little bit if you like use this to run or anything, but it's not too bad. Here is the back again. Yeah, I'm super impressed with this. Like, I would absolutely get more colors in this. I tend to run in shorts like these, and I really do enjoy them. So having like more color options and also a more affordable option is a huge plus for me. I will put a squat test and everything on the screen for you. You're not going to see anything though. Like this fabric underneath is not sheer, and then you also have this layer over the top. So even if it was sheer, I feel like it's staying put as I lift my legs. It's not rolling. It might slide up a tiny bit just because that's the nature of the fabric. It's like slick performance, but it's not rolling, which I really appreciate because I feel like that's usually an issue that I have with shorts like this. It does tend to roll on me, especially if they're like really tight in the eye seam. These are not tight at all, and they're staying in place. But I will absolutely have to run in this and see how it holds up. That is something that I will definitely talk about on my Instagram when I do that. But I'm super, super happy with this. If you're in between sizes, you can definitely go with a smaller size just because this runs a little bit bigger. I will definitely compare this to the higher end brand that makes a similar item just so you can see the difference. It might also help you pick your size if you can see how it holds up to other brands. I'll definitely put that on the screen for you, but I love this. This is a really, really good start to the bottom. This is where I'm going to insert a clip on the screen so you can see the full length of the bottoms that I'm wearing here. These are the capris by Yeoreo. They're 17 inches, I believe. I will double check and make sure it is 17 inches, but that's what they're marketed as. They're definitely high rise. I would say even ultra high rise. I feel like with Yeoreo's bottoms in general, like they just come up really high on me. Like they could go up to my chin if I really wanted them to. Super, super high waisted. I would technically want to fold this down, I think, just so it is more of a flattering rise on me. This is a size small, and even though it's high rise, I really like these capris. Like, they're super, super comfortable, super, super stretchy, and I think they're very, very flattering. They do have an invisible butt scrunch at the back, which just means that they've put like an elastic in the glute seam at the back. So it kind of looks a little bit bunched up when you're not wearing the capris, but once you put them on, they sit in there really nicely and give you like a nice lift and good separation. So that's what this has. Super, super flattering, super, super comfortable, not invasive whatsoever. I do wish they had more inseam options just because this is kind of coming up like on a short length for me when it comes to capris. I would typically want my capris to be a little bit longer and maybe hit like behind my calf. This is coming up like the back of my knees, like just a little bit lower than that. But with this fabric being more on the slick side, it does tend to bunch up a little bit as I walk around. So I'm losing a little bit more length there. So I would like to see some more inseam options for sure from this brand if they're going to continue making capris. But overall, I think these are super, super flattering. I think for the price, they're really, really nice. Definitely thin, very, very thin, but super, super stretchy. The fabric is definitely also more like slick performance. I feel like I could probably train in this and they'd be fine. It's definitely going to show sweat though. I know it will. This fabric absolutely will show sweat. Whether it's sweat wicking or not, that I would absolutely have to test out and see. I don't know. My guess is that it won't be. I feel like this is going to hold on to sweat and not wick it away very well. But the back is so, so flattering. These are so comfortable. I'll put a squat test and everything on the screen for you, but I really like these. And for the price, I think it's absolutely worth it. I would say if you're in between sizes, you can definitely size down. I went with the size small in this, which is my normal size in bottoms, but I feel like there's so much give in this that there really is no need to size up. There really isn't. So if you're going to pick up the capris, definitely go with your normal size. But just keep in mind, they are short and I'm not very tall. Like I'm 5'5", my inseam is 30 inches, but typically with capris, I like to go for the longer inseam that they offer just because I know my legs are pretty long. So just keep that in mind. When I tell you I'm so tired of the straight leg pant hype, I mean it. Everyone is making straight leg pants these days, and a lot of them look very similar. But once you buy them and try them on, you'll realize there's quite a few differences here. This is Yeoreo's version. I will absolutely compare it to other brands that have straight leg pants and put that on the screen for you. I tried these initially like several months ago and I hated them. I'll be completely honest with you. But I thought I'll try them again. Maybe it was just the color that I got or the length that I got. I went with the same size, I believe, that I got the last time. I think I maybe just went for a longer inseam. So this is 35 inches, I think, in a size small. And it fits a lot better. I will absolutely say that. Still very high waisted on me, but that is just Yoreo. So I know what to expect there when it comes to the rise. I could definitely fold it down like I did with the capris and it would be a lot better for me. But overall, these feel a lot better than when I first tried them. When I first tried them, they were super, super slick and shiny. I got like their gray colorway. Did not go for that this time. This feels a lot better. It feels a little bit more like a powdery yet slick sort of material, not shiny at all. It's definitely more of a solid color. Super, super comfortable. Here's the back. Again, I'll put on the screen what it actually looks like, the full length of it so you can see. But yeah, super, super comfortable. Definitely not compressive. Super light compression here. Tons of stretch, tons of give. So if you're in between sizes, you can definitely size down. But I don't really have much more to say about this. Like I feel like I've spoken about straight leg pants on this channel so many times. And I'm getting to a point where I don't want to talk about it anymore. But I gotta cover it. I gotta cover all the brands. So yeah, it's super flattering. There is no scrunch bum at the back. It's just a normal glute seam, but it does kind of hike up in there naturally. I didn't really have to do anything for it to give me any sort of glute separation. So that's really nice. These are not a bad option. They're honestly just a little bit too high-waisted for me. I have another brand that I really like their straight legs pants. So I'll put that on the screen and how it compares to these, as well as some other brands. But I would say if you're in between sizes, definitely size down. As far as your inseam, I always say to go at least 3 inches longer than your inseam. So measure your inseam and then pick the inseam on the site that is at least 3 inches longer than that, and you'll be fine. Because with straight leg pants, they tend to ride up as you walk. They kind of bunch up here. Every single brand that makes straight leg pants, it does this. It is unavoidable. Um, so just keep that in mind. If you don't want to lose too much length off of your inseam, definitely go with at least 3 inches longer and you should be fine. Again, my inseam is 30 inches. These are 35-inch pants, I think, and they're fine. Like, even though it's bunching up, I still feel like I have a ton of length to work with. So if I wear shoes, it should be fine. But yeah, that is it for the pants and for the straight leg bottoms for this video. Okay, now we're going to round out today's video with a few dresses that I picked up. This first one is from CRZ Yoga. Again, I'll put clips on the screen so you can see the full length of it. This is in a size small. Is it a size small? Yes, this is in a size small. It is their strapless, I think it's a midi dress. So it is going to basically hit like mid shin length, I think. This dress is so cute. I got it in their navy colorway and I love the color so much. I think this dress is so flattering. My only issue is they've made a strapless dress and they didn't put silicone on the inside. So I'm going to be doing this all day long, trying to make sure that I don't fall out of this and it doesn't slip off of me. It's so frustrating when a brand gets everything right except that one thing that is one of the most important things you need with a strapless sort of style. So I'm really sad about that because I don't think I can keep this dress for that very reason. I do wonder if maybe a size down would help, but like extra small, I don't wear an extra small in anything. So I don't know. I might consider it though and try it and see how it fits, but just keep that in mind. If you're planning to pick up this dress, there's no silicone on the inside, so you do not have that security of it preventing any sort of slippage. Here is the back. Like, this is so beautiful. It's such a nice dress. It's super affordable, but yeah, it's just not worth it for me when I consider the fact that I'm going to have to keep adjusting this throughout the day. Um, it does have cup pads. There's a built-in shelf bra in here, but that is only going to be effective if it also has the extra security of that silicone, which this does not. So yeah, super, super sad about that. But overall, the fit is really nice. I am having a little bit of excess fabric in the waist here. Um, that's honestly why I am wondering if maybe an extra small would work. I might try it and see how it does and report back in the comments. Yeah, I'll report back if I do pick up the extra small. I'm just super curious how this would fit, but I'm getting decent coverage here. It's just not secure whatsoever. So I would say if you're in between sizes and you're going to pick up this dress and you don't care about the silicone detail that it doesn't have, definitely size down if you're in between sizes. I think you're definitely going to want that extra bit of like snugness to help with the top to not slide down. So definitely size down. But overall, it's a really cute dress. I think the style is really, really beautiful. I think you can dress it up, you can dress it down. It is super, super versatile. I just need that extra bit of security from that silicone band, but it is what it is. Okay, let me just preface this by saying I'm not a mini dress person. If I'm wearing a dress, it needs to be like below my knees for the most part. I don't like anything above my knees. Like, I'm not into skirts. I'm not into mini dresses, but this is super, super cute. This is from Yeoreo and it is their haltered tennis dress, I think. I got it in a size small. I went with the size down just because I know Yeoreo's history with sizing. I know that things typically run a little bit bigger with them, so I did size down to a small. Absolutely glad that I did because it fits perfectly in a size small. The back is a halter, like, are you kidding? That's beautiful. That's really beautiful. I love this. I'll insert clips so you can see the full length of this dress, but I'm just looking at myself in the camera over here and this is so beautiful. Like, I'm really taken aback by this. Um, it does have a built-in bra. It does have a built-in shelf here. There are cup pads, and it does have shorts underneath. So it's basically like a bodysuit with a dress overlayer for this. And I feel so secure in this. I feel very comfortable in it. I feel confident in it. It feels amazing. Like, it is a nice, slick performance material. So it's definitely going to keep you a little bit cooler if you're out in the heat. What else can I say? The length is beautiful. It is hitting me probably like mid thigh. Again, I'm 5'5" with a 30-inch inseam. So if you're taller than me, this might end up getting a little bit short on you. Honestly, it's kind of just cutting it with me. I think if they took like an inch or two off of this dress, it would be too short for me. So just keep that in mind. I don't really think it's tall girl friendly. I hope they bring out some other length options in the future, but this is super, super comfortable, super cute, and really flattering. The halter is not digging into me whatsoever. It has so much stretch to it. It has so much stretch to it, but it's not like giving me no support. Like, it's not like too tight, it's not too loose. I feel like it is the perfect length for me where it's giving me support without digging into the back of my neck. So highly recommend this. When I initially put this on, because I tried all of these pieces on, I think yesterday before filming this today, I was like, oh, this is cute, but I do wish it was a little bit more form-fitting. Like, if it was like this, like, immediately that elevates it, I think, and makes it look a little bit more flattering. But with it being an A-line cut, I'm not mad at it. I feel like it's still very, very cute. Um, I will just say, because there is a bodysuit under this, you want to be really mindful to make sure you keep that laying flat. You don't want any bunching here because you will see it through this top layer. I don't know if you can see that here. You're probably not going to see it in a darker color, but with the white, you can kind of see everything. The other thing with the under layer is that it gives major unibutt. Major unibutt. There is no seam back here whatsoever, so you can't hike it up. It's not going to give you any separation back there. I kind of wish there was a seam just because I feel like I'm going to keep pulling these shorts down just because, I don't know, the fabric has nowhere to go. There needs to be a seam back there. So that is like really my main issue with this dress. It's just the lack of a glute seam at the back. It doesn't have to be one that like goes up in there. I just need some sort of seam there so the fabric knows to stay put. But that's really it. That's all I can say about this. But overall, I think this is a fantastic buy, 100%, especially for the summer. If you're in between sizes, definitely size down. You do not want to size up in this. I know it's a halter and we're worried about halters digging, but this is a very, very, very comfortable strap. No digging whatsoever. So yeah, pick this up. This is really, really nice. Like, I'm really impressed. Now, the final thing we have here is another dress by CRZ Yoga. This is a racer back high neck design. Here is the back. Does have a built-in bra, built-in shelf, and we do have cup pads as well. Just like the other CRZ Yoga bra, the strapless one, this does not have an underlayer. It is a true dress. The Yeoreo one does have a bodysuit underneath, like the halter that I showed you just now. This one does not. Like, there's no layer underneath. This is a full dress. But it is super flattering. It feels so comfortable on. I honestly have no real critiques for this whatsoever. But I would say it comes down a little bit longer than the Yeoreo one for sure. This is almost to the back of my knees. Definitely getting more coverage back there. The front, this cut, I love this cut. It makes your shoulders look so nice. And I'm all for racerback designs. Absolutely love it. So if you are someone who is looking for a dress with a little bit more coverage, but is still super feminine and flattering, this is the one from CRZ Yoga. Definitely true to size. I went with the size small. If you're in between sizes, you can definitely size down. There's so much give to this fabric. I think this is also their Butterlux collection. The material feels like it is anyway. I'll double check, but it's super, super flattering. No notes. I absolutely love this, and I feel like I could see myself wearing this. And like I said, I'm not a mini dress person, but this I could absolutely get away with. Yeah, I don't really have a ton to say here. It is just a very like second skin sort of feel when it comes to this dress. I'm not compressed or anything. I feel decently supported though. I feel like it's probably light to moderate support with this bra. I would say the halter dress I just shared with you was probably light support. This is more light to moderate. And honestly, I'm a big fan. This is really, really nice. I think I'm going to pick up the navy though instead of, I don't know, do I get navy and then also keep the black or should I swap it? That's the question. All I know is I love this dress. I'm absolutely going to keep it. Super, super versatile piece. I'm not going to exercise in this. This is definitely a more like going out sort of dress. I am not training in this, but I think if you play tennis or something, you probably could get away with this. Super, super flattering. So yeah, go with your normal size. If you're in between sizes, size down. If you're a taller girly, you can probably get away with this to a point. I think this is definitely longer than the halter dress for sure. But again, I would love to see brands do more options when it comes to lengths and inseams. I think that would be really helpful and more inclusive. But yeah, that is all I have for this video. Let's wrap it up. Okay, that is all I have for this video today. I hope that you saw some things in here that you liked. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, I left all the links of all the items below. They are commission links, so you are absolutely free to just skip them over and not use them. But if you would like to support me, just feel free to use the links below. This is not a sponsored video. I purchased everything myself, but I hope it was helpful. Feel free to leave any questions you have below. I do not mind answering them. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe before you head out, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!